In our community, talking is one of our favorite things to do. But there's one thing we don't always like to talk about.
Every year, too many of our young ones become infected with HIV.
Without treatment, up to 40% of babies born to HIV-positive mothers begin life carrying the virus. Almost half of them do not survive to their second birthday.
We know this thing needs to change.
We need to protect our children.
In the past, this has been troublesome and confusing for mothers, for families, and even for healthcare workers.
It was difficult for us to come to the clinic.
There were many different tests we had to do, and we did not always have access to the right equipment or medicines.
And the treatment plans we had to follow were complicated.
But now, things have been changing. There's an easier and better way to stop this HIV from being passed on to our children.
Let me tell you my story. When I became pregnant and my partner and I went to the clinic for antenatal care, the healthcare worker offered me an HIV test. Although I was afraid, she encouraged me that this would be the best thing for me and my baby.
The nurse offered me an HIV test too. At first I thought, why should I do this? But after we went to the couple's counseling, I decided to be tested because it is my responsibility to know my own status and help protect our family.
I tested HIV positive, but she told me not to be scared because there's good news.
When a woman has HIV, there is a way for her to stay healthy and to stop the virus passing to her baby. We offer her antiretroviral treatment immediately. Any pregnant woman with HIV is offered treatment straight away and encouraged to remain on it for life.
When we returned home, I decided to tell our family about my HIV status. It was important for them to know why I am taking pills and how this will affect me. I was surprised how supportive they are.
I'm glad I can support my wife. I help her remember to take her medication and go with her to the clinic for follow-up checks.
The medication helped me stay strong and healthy during my pregnancy. When the baby was ready to come, I knew I must go to Mekholiswa, who is a trained birth attendant and has helped many of my friends deliver their babies safely.
As soon as the baby is born, she must be tested for HIV, and she must come for regular follow-up tests throughout the breastfeeding period, or if the clinician suspects HIV. Mom must come for regular postnatal visits too.
I was so happy to have a healthy daughter. The healthcare worker explained that because I'm taking my treatment, it is fine for me to breastfeed. For the first 6 months, breast milk is all she needs. I must not mix it with water or porridge or formula milk because this could make her sick.
Our daughter is grown big and strong, and thanks to this lifelong treatment, my wife is healthy too and enjoying her family. When she takes her treatment, the virus is also less likely to be passed to me, but we still take precautions. We use condoms too.
Because of Tembi's example, my husband and I had the courage to test for HIV. We both tested positive. Now I'm on lifelong treatment too, and I've learned how to protect and care for my baby.
The more pregnant women come to be tested for HIV, the more lives we can save. Staying on lifelong treatment will keep them healthy and help prevent the virus being passed on to their children.
Lifelong treatment is a bigger investment now, but it will bring the greatest return. Stopping HIV for the next generation is the best investment we can possibly make.
It is our responsibility to protect our children and ensure that not one more child is born with HIV.
In our community, things have changed.
And us too. And now, we like to talk about it.
Let's make it everyone's story. When pregnant, a woman should go to an antenatal clinic as soon as possible, get tested for HIV, and visit the clinic regularly throughout the pregnancy, as per recommended guidelines. If you are HIV positive, stay on ARV treatment for life and encourage your partner to be tested. When baby is ready to come, go to a clinic or a trained birth attendant. When baby is born, they must be tested for HIV. For the first 6 months, the child must be fed breast milk only. The child must come for regular follow-up checks.